Number 3, oh man, what is the third one? To level up the WordPress game. The third one to level up your WordPress game would likely be, like, do something you're afraid to do, you know? I'm doing stuff right now that I'm afraid to do. And
like
when
what?
I was
Like what?
like launching a new course, the new thing that I'm doing, I'm literally trying to transition myself to a different type of income right now, which is great. And like everything that I've done.
Can you
What's
share?
that?
Can you share a little bit about the project, or is it?
I can, yeah. So I'm actually working on some courses and you can sign up if you would like to get notified of when it happens at WP Foundations. So literally, I'm trying to take that philosophy of learning the fundamentals and incorporate it like learning foundations for beginner, intermediate, advanced, and just do education. I want it to be more like video on demand type of a thing. And I've never really done that. And I don't know if it's going to be as quality as I want it to be. And I don't know if people are going to like it. I just don't know. It's like the same thing with the Meetup. I didn't know if anybody was going to join or start coming, but now we have about 600 people there. I didn't know about, oh, go ahead.
I was going to jump in. And I think a lot of folks that are looking for some passive income streams are looking to sell things online.
Exactly.
So that's
the big reason. That is the big reason why I'm doing that transition. It's passive income to create products, and that may be something that scares you. And I feel like personally, I feel like e-commerce or e-learning is probably one of our digital products. Digital products, e-learning, they're one of the best ways to make passive income because you can have a product that you'll never run out of, and you have no inventory, and it's no taxes or anything like that. I mean, on the product, no state tax. And so it's a cool thing, And so I'm trying to create this digital product, and it's at WPFoundations.com.
Okay.
But I don't know how that's going to turn out. I'm afraid I might fail, but it's all good. I'm still going to try.
And it's actually launched already, because when we talked at Phoenix, you said it was still in place. So
right,
going.
I have a landing page up currently. So someone goes there, they can put their email in, and I'm doing a soft launch on the 10th.
Okay.
And that soft launch, it may not even be anything big, but then I'm going to collect information for people who are a part of it, and I'm going to move into a hard launch in the coming weeks, So, yeah, that's...
Oh, go ahead. I keep stepping on your sentences. I'm sorry.
No. That's pretty much do something that you're afraid of every day, And if you're feeling fear, try to take the time out, because it's the more time you take before you do something, the more the bigger it seems. So if you're I'm a procrastinator sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
And when I'm feeling stressed, I know I'm procrastinating about something, because the only time I feel stressed is when I know there's something I should be doing that I'm not doing,
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why it's and usually I procrastinate because I'm afraid of the result. I don't know if it's going to be good or bad, but you can't be afraid of it. You just got to do it,
Uh-huh.
And so that's why I commend you, Joe, for starting this Meetup group in Santa Clarita, because that's a huge thing,
Well, my story, I was tired of driving downtown. I worked downtown, and I would go to the meetups downtown, and I would be driving home at 11 o'clock at night, spilling coffee on my lap, and I was like, there's got to be a better way. So we started doing that here. And
that's awesome.
Also followed in your footsteps in terms of a WordCamp.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about why you started and how the WordCamp's going and plans for the next one.
Okay, so the WordCamp, I went to the first, or it was actually the second Orange County WordCamp. Maybe it was the first one. It was 2013. But I went to that OC WordCamp, and I didn't know what WordCamps were before I went to that WordCamp. But when I went to that WordCamp, I was like, this is awesome. Maybe we should do this in you know, in the Inland Empire, because I had started my meetup in 2012. And I always I was dreaming about it from 2013. And then 2016, I was like, this year, I want to do WordCamp. It didn't happen. It ended up not happening because I didn't believe in myself, you know? I was kind of going through my meetup group and saying, does anybody want to do this? And I was listening to too much of what they were indicating and not really saying. I was assuming too, because if I would have just took the leap and started it, filled out the form, because I didn't even fill out the form, you know? If I would have just took the leap, it would have happened probably that year. But then finally 2017, I was like, this has got to happen. It's not going to happen if I don't do it now. So I did it and got people on board. It's not easy organizing a WordCamp. Commending you for that as well, Joe. It's not easy organizing a WordCamp. So your team.
What's the biggest benefit for folks in the audience who've never been to one? What would you say?
Biggest benefit is it's definitely inspiring. You get, I come back from WordCamp enthused about being a solopreneur, running a business, you know, doing agency work as well. And I also get a lot of connections, and not only that, you learn so much. There's so much to learn because there's so many people who come to WordCamp who know so much more than you'll ever know. You know, it's no matter how much you know, someone in the room is always going to know more than you. So you're going to find people who you can connect with and, you know, cross-pollinate, get ideas, you know, and augment your own ideas to make them better, you know. And so I love, you know, augmentation of ideas. I love connecting with people. WordCamp is a perfect place for that because they're not only WordPress developers, they're business owners, they're all types of marketing people, photographers, just anything that has to do with a business. Usually you can find it at a WordCamp, you know, fundamentals of business at least, you know. So it's really good. That's kind of a big benefit of it. And then you get free food, not free food, but it's technically free because it's so cheap.
Laura was excited about the free food, one of our members earlier. So
yeah, it's you know, now the tickets have gone up to $50, but that's still cheap, you know.
Yeah, I think ours is going to be the last $40 one.
Really? Oh, well, congratulations. Ours is going to be $50 this year. I know people might, you know, say something, but it's all good. For this year, since I've led 2 WordCamps, I actually am not the lead this year. Josh Knapp from our community group, he runs a business called An Honest Host. He's actually a big part of our meetup group. He's like, man, I'll do it. I'm like, awesome. And I'm pretty sure after he does it, there are other people who want to do it who may feel like they have the courage enough to do it. But, you know, he shadowed me last year. So when we got approved for doing WordCamp our second year, the first thing I did was call Josh Knapp and begin to chat with him and tell him what I was doing and what's going on, and, you know, just communicate with him so he knew kind of which direction to go once WordCamp came along. And so that's another important part, is making sure that people can come in and take over if you're not there. And so that's a really good thing.
I know US moved up into November, so what's Riverside going to do in terms of timing?
So yeah, they actually took our weekend, which was, I was like, what? So they're on the same weekend, but we're going to do the weekend after US, WordCamp US. You know, you hear the thing about in the tech world, you get a product launch, someone beats them to the punch. You know, it's that's kind of how you feel.
I know,
you know?
Orange County did that to us. We announced, they announced 3 weeks.
Yeah. Orange County did it. I'm like, Orange County moved? That's crazy. Yeah. So we've been approved already, but we just haven't begun any marketing or any meetings yet. I'm not sure when Josh is going to start those, but he's been updating us regularly. We have a Slack channel for our group, and so we usually communicate about WordCamps there. So
awesome. Well, I won't hold you up too much longer.
Awesome.
I'll open it up to questions, I think, and then we'll wrap it up. Any questions? Yes, Howard. Yeah, tell us your. You mentioned the 32 episodes that people can go through and do the self-learning. It was WP
Theme WP Theme Setup Guide.
WPThemeSetupGuide.com.
Yeah, so the idea was that, you know, a lot of themes get put out and they don't have a guide. That was kind of the idea, but I realized that now it's more than just like a guide for setting up themes. And I'm going to be converting that course over to WP Foundation. So if you get in now, it's still going to be free.
Mm-hmm.
But after I converted to WP Foundations,
for limited time only.
Yes, after I converted to WP Foundations, it's going to be like the first 5 modules for free, but the rest are going to have some price attached to it.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll make it available on the Meetup, our Meetup page, as well.
Yes.
As tweet it out in case you didn't get it.
And it's on YouTube. There's some issues with the website, but it's on YouTube as well. So if you go to YouTube, there's a playlist. All of the videos are there. I'm redoing the whole thing, so you know, I'm just shooting for higher quality because I realized the initial time that I recorded it, it was just like me trying to get something done. Mm-hmm. And the quality, it's okay, but it could be a lot better.
So now this time around, you're ready to compete with the big boys.
Yeah, I got to put out some good quality content, you know.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on that. And thanks for coming, spending some time on Saturday. I know you had do you do your meetup on Saturday?
Well, I was doing a Saturday thing as well, Saturday live stream.
Right.
Every Saturday for probably around like 3 months, and those are all on the Inland Empire WordPress YouTube channel. So all of the Saturday streams that I was doing is based on what would eventually become the WP Theme Setup Guide. And now I'm converting it all to like, it's going to be WP Foundation live streams on Saturday as well.
Okay.
But yeah, today I'm really just here doing some tying up some loose ends with some client projects and just going to make some dinner in a little bit.
Awesome. Thanks for coming in.
Awesome. Thanks for having me.
And I'm sure I'll see you out on the road again. But yeah, like I said, you're inspiring to me. Awesome. We initially met at WordCamp Los Angeles in the break room, and his energy, and like he mentioned during the discussion, when you go to a camp, it's just so inspiring. If there's something you really want to learn about and you see one of the experts talk about it and you have access, it can really start up and solve some of your problems and get you going. So thanks.
It's a big community. It's really awesome.
Yeah. That's the best thing about WordPress is a community, in my opinion. So
yes.
Thanks for being a role model for me. And
awesome, man. Thanks for having me.
All right.
Have a great day, guys.
All right. Yeah. Thank you. All right. All right. So we'll take a 15-minute break and then we'll get started. Okay. All right. I'll tell you what that is. Yeah, it's not really cooking. Yeah, it's under their online learning section, and you just use your card. I can show you.
Oh, a library card?
Yeah. So